And then I say, well, when's the last time she gave you a blowjob? When's the last time she f***ed you? They couldn't name it. They couldn't even like list the amount of times where they've had sexual intercourse. I'm like, of course, you're going to need that.
Bonnie, nobody needs your sympathy. Nobody needs your insight that was gained while you were on your knees sucking. Nobody's going to look at you and be like, wow, yeah, cheaters? How is this any different than the ideology that women have where it's like, when men cheat, they're pieces of shit. But when I cheat, it's because he wasn't doing enough. Like, women have this ideology too. It's not just men that's like, oh, my wife's not giving me sex, so I'm going to cheat. Now, with that being said, does a dead bedroom lead to infidelity a lot of the time? Absolutely. But we're not going to sit here and give cheaters any sort of fucking pity, because when you cheat, you're hurting your partner, you're opening up your relationship to all sorts of diseases. You're not thinking about the children, because most of these men that she's seeing, most men who go see escorts are married. So it goes both ways. It's literally, this is an ideology that goes both ways. But these people at the end of the day have control over themselves. This is what makes us not animals that just go off of instinct. We can actually think for ourselves. We can think with our brain, use our emotions as well. You should be able to communicate. You should work the fuck out of it. The moment your partner isn't giving you intimacy, is that a big deal? Is that a huge problem? Will that break down a marriage? Super fucking fast, very fast. However, it is up to you to communicate through that and do everything you need to do, not go out and cheat. So look at that. Bonnie getting epiphanies while her legs are open. Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
Why are you going out to the pub, getting drunk, and meeting a man who's funny and getting in a toilet for free? Are you dumb?
What the fuck? So many people love this guy, and I wonder how many of them are married and just sat there and was like, you know what, this fucking bitch, she is a whore. She is a fucking whore. And then starts treating her like shit. Like, I get what women are saying when they're like, he's a violent misogynist, because the shit that he says is actually meant to incite hatred for women. And when you have hatred for another gender, whether it's like violent misandry is the exact same thing, where you hate men so much that you're like, I'm gonna fucking hit you. I can hit you. This is, all the women that praise female domestic abusers, and it's like, well, I'll just hashtag a woman in a man's field. Like, people actually support this. When you're trying to incite hatred for the other gender, it often turns into violence. So I hear what people are saying when they say that he's a violent misogynist. He is. He absolutely is. Now, I've been called a violent misogynist, so I never took it seriously. I never consumed his content, because the clips I saw, I was like, this isn't good for men. Automatically knew he was a write-off. Yeah, this is actually dangerous shit. I can see why he was taken off the internet. I'm not one for censoring people and pulling them off the internet. Lord knows I've been banned a million times, and I'm nowhere close to bad like this. I make sense. These people don't. But yeah, I don't think that this guy should have a platform at all. I think what he's doing is quite dangerous, actually.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching this video. I want to remind you really quick to come check out my Patreon. Don't be out here subscribing to OnlyFans girls. Come subscribe to me. But also, I'm going to be in Santa Barbara on July 21st, July 20th for the Whatever podcast. I'm going to be doing a meet and greet, and I want you guys to come down and meet me. It's going to be super exclusive. There's not a whole lot of tickets that I'm selling, so come meet me there, and I would love to talk to you, answer your questions, give some advice, get some merch, all of that fun stuff. So come to my meet and mingle, and come subscribe to me on Patreon. Both the link for my Patreon as well as the meet and greet are in the description below.
Bro, I grew up in Luton, England, bro. You think I don't know? You think I haven't seen it? You think I haven't walked in the toilet and some bitch has got 5 dudes hanging out of her? This is what all you white boys wanted. All you white men listening.
Earlier they said, though, that ho shit has been around forever. And they went back even to, like, the Chinese dynasties, right? So back then, feminism wasn't around. So is this the result of feminism, or has this just always existed? And now feminism is fueling it? Yeah, absolutely. Where women are saying, well, they can do this. And reality is women can do whatever they want, right? It's her body, her choice. Now, what I think we need to change is how the media promotes this shit. It's all over Instagram. Children have access to this. This needs to be regulated, if not fucking banned. But just to their point, like, if this was the result of feminism, then how come it's existed for years and 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 years?
Men are good at suffering. Women are spiteful sufferers. And for that reason, they struggle to do anything. They struggle to suffer themselves for any greater good. Men have always died for a greater. Men have always said, this is bad for me, but it's good for society.
See, this is what he'll do. I noticed this about Andrew. He'll say something that we can all pretty much agree with, right? We can agree with that's the reality for a lot of men. We can agree with that. But then he'll say something outrageous like women just aren't good at suffering. Well, that's simply not true. I mean, we have children. No, just kidding. I think women are incredibly resilient. We have quite a unique way of taking pain and taking trauma, and a lot of us do something good with it, just as men. What he's talking about is a personality type. There are a lot of men that aren't good with suffering either. And I'm not trying to say this disrespectfully, but the suicide rate is, that's a very good example of that, of so much suffering that they can't take it anymore. And that's our job as a society, is to make sure that they don't suffer anymore and to take care of them and not just say, oh, well, men are good at suffering, so let's just let them suffer. That's how society is, and that's why we're losing so many men. He'll say something that we can agree with, but then he just takes it. He's like going somewhere, and then he goes, like just takes it left, and you're like, well, wait a minute, I can't agree with this anymore.
Women don't think I shouldn't do this because I care about society by and large. Women don't think that way.
I do. I definitely do. I think that there are women in this chat. I know Doomy does. We definitely, especially when it comes to our relationships, like we both have very successful long-term relationships. Like a lot of women are able to say, it's called cause and effect reasoning. If I do this, how is it going to impact this? Like most women are capable of that. That's why there are a lot of women that are against Boonie Blue, because we're good at saying, if she does this, she's going to teach our daughters this. What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck? He's so disconnected from reality.